Because it's
I
like,
I just thought it was
that's
a degree. I just thought it was a degree. Hello, hi, we're back.
hi,
I'm Ash,
and I'm Fatima.
Doctor
Yeah, Dr. Fatima
Fatima,
Martin. Yeah.
and this is
Fatash. For some
Fatash.
reason, despite my ramblings for years now, Ash just learned that I have a PhD.
Yeah, well, again, I knew she was an educated woman with several degrees. It's just I didn't make the connection of one of those degrees actually being a
Yes,
PhD,
PhD. Yeah.
and by that virtue, she
In
is not.
psychology, I'm a psychologist. Like when I say I'm a psychologist, it's because I have a PhD in psychology.
She deserves doctor on her name. So when
Yes.
she gets married, it is Doctor Mrs. whoever she
Uh,
married.
yeah, yeah. It's probably still just be Dr. Martin because
Well, yeah, but like on like the certificate, would you? What would that look like on the certificate?
I think I would just keep my name.
Mm, mm.
Uh, well, think about it.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I was just
Like
wondering
some,
how that works.
like I can't, like what some other person could do for me to get me to change my name is pay off my student loans
Mm.
because the people who supported me while I was getting my PhD, uh, in every way, were Martins.
Mm.
So that
That part.
that's that seems a little that doesn't seem right that I'm going to now be Dr. somebody else.
Yeah,
Also,
no, and
you changing your name makes it more difficult to like I have publications and it makes it more difficult for people to find you
yeah, no, for sure.
and if you change your name.
No, but that's what
So,
I was wondering. Like
and
you're
I'm probably not going to live to 100. So let's say I'm like beyond halfway of my life. If I was getting married in my 20s, then like yeah, sure, we could change the name or whatever. But now, no, I can't see myself changing it.
for sure. But again, I was just wondering on the technicality because I've heard, and this is usually women, but they're like, I became a doctor before I met my husband, so my name is Doctor whatever my
Mhm.
given name was before my husband.
Yeah.
There's even celebrities that marry and their stage name or acting name is still whatever their given name was or whatever their stage name
And
was.
also, it's a huge legal hassle. And
Oh, for sure.
also,
Yeah.
this administration has toyed with the idea of using that to try
Ugh.
to deny women voting rights.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, no.
So now it's become like dangerous, even in addition to like being something that can mess up your career. Because like
Mhm.
the first time I published something, my advisor was like, okay, so like whatever you put name you put on this is the name that you should use forever, whether you get
Mhm.
married or not, or do whatever. Just this should be your name because of how search engines work.
Yeah.
And
But
it
again,
makes it very difficult to like find people it's fine because like once you find somebody's body or somebody's work and you want to keep going in that thread, you want to see what else they have,
yeah.
and it makes it difficult if they start hyphenating
Mhm.
or they completely change their name. If they change their name, they can completely disappear.
Yeah. Again, that's why I
Yeah,
wonder
yeah.
if on the back end on documentation is the name changed because of the marriage
No,
now. Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
Okay, just wondering.
We
Just
don't have to
wondering.
do that. It's the only reason we did that was for the sake of tradition, and there are women now that are either not doing it or they're hyphenating it or they're or like I said, they're just not doing it. Cuz
No,
I've also seen this happen with doctors where like when I was a drug rep, if a woman got a divorce, then like her name changes and it's like it like messes things up.
yeah, my aunt ain't even a doctor, and she didn't change her last name after her divorce just because she ain't feel like having to deal with all the
It's a
you know,
major legal hassle.
changing
Legal
all of her
hassle. Yeah.
documentation.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, like I already don't like the idea of having to change my credit cards when they expire for all the things I got them signed up for, or my address when I move.
Oh, yeah, a name change is a major legal hassle. So, like,
Yeah.
maybe just don't do it. And also, that's only a tradition here in America. That's not something that they do all over the world.
Well, in Mexico, you take on like both names. They be having like long ass names because they take
Yeah, and
on
they
like
give their kids long names too. Like,
they take the mother's maiden name and the father's name, which the
yeah.
mother's maiden name with her daddy's. So it's like that's why you have like Luisa Gonzalez Lopez Marzario such and such.
Hmm.
I'm like, but at what point do you cut it off? I have to ask like a Hispanic
Don't
friend
add
to
all
see.
them names. Okay.
Like it's on a certificate, but you only go by like maybe the first four or something. I think it's fascinating, the culture and all that. I'm not saying one way is wrong or the other. Um, but yeah, marriage complicates things in a way that is annoying to me. Like I was actually talking to my mom um a couple days ago because I watched a video about this a disabled woman, and she was talking about how because of her disability and whatever like benefits she gets from the government, she can only make like maybe $2,000 a month. um and if she gets married, she don't get none of her benefits, but yet her spouse wouldn't be eligible for certain benefits to help her. Like, it essentially is better for them to just be cohabitating and not married on paper for
Right.
her to even have like the life that she has, because there's certain jobs she can't do, so she can't even make a certain living. And even
Mm.
if she were to say like maybe do, I don't know, maybe like online streaming or OnlyFans or something that she can do from home, be her own provider, because of the benefits that she gets, she is locked to only making $2,000. And
Mm.
whatever benefits she's getting is apparently, she needs that. It's not something that, if she were to make a substantial income, it could offset the benefits that she's getting because of her like medical needs. Like the medical needs are like so high that she has to have X benefit to bring the cost. It is a mess. But so I called my mom because my mom's been married twice. She's changed her name 3 times. She tried hyphenating my name when I was in elementary school.
Uh,
I dropped that because I didn't feel like writing 2 names as a first grader. So I
mhm.
just dropped it to one. But I asked her, I was like, is there any real benefit to being married? And I asked my mom this because I don't want to ask my peers who are married or my peers who are wanting to get married, because I don't want to feel like I'm deterring them from something they want to do. I understand the idea of it. It's cute, it's romantic, it's a cute little gesture, but like to me, that's all it really is. And she was like, "Well, I love your stepdad." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know that part. That's what I said, the cute gesture shit. But what's the actual like financial on paper benefit in 2025?" And she was like, I guess there's not one." I was like, "Yeah." And then she hit me with this. She said she actually considered getting divorced on paper. She brought it up with her husband to say, "Yo, let's just get divorced on paper so we can, as individuals, get benefits." Because right now, he's the sole breadwinner right now. And he makes too much money. And it's not like a whole lot of money, but he makes just enough money that they can't get certain benefits. And she
Mm.
can't get certain benefits because her husband makes X amount of money.
Right.
I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Like back in the day, a marriage certificate meant something, like tax cutoffs or whatever. It's some bullshit to me. Like the older I get, the more I'm like, you know what? Oprah and Stedman were ahead of the game. They were ahead of the game, man. Like, why I gotta put this on paper? Why I gotta divide my assets? God forbid we split up. Now I am no. Go ahead. What's your opinion?
Like 90% of people don't pay alimony when they get divorced. Like it's like
Mm-hmm.
overwhelmingly, like unless things are really, really lopsided,
Mm-hmm.
overwhelmingly like there's nobody getting any alimony in divorce.
And even with child support, certain people might not even be able to afford the child support, or you gonna have months that they ain't paid for it. What they gonna do? Like, I think you can go to jail for it. Actually,
Yeah, you can garnish their wages, you can send them to jail, like you can do things. Yeah.
yeah. It's not worth the paperwork and the bureaucracy of having it on paper, in my opinion.
Okay, so
I
you
feel like
asked one person who had been divorced twice, but you didn't ask somebody who was a similar age who
I
was.
don't know anyone. That's the thing. That's the thing. The only other married couple in my circle that I'd feel comfortable enough asking that question to would be, I guess, my grandmom, but they're like in their 70s, their late
They,
70s at this
yeah,
point.
yeah,
And she came up in a time where she couldn't even have a fucking credit card when she got married. She got married at 18. And
right,
I see their dynamic. Again,
right.
also the time period. It was like you had no other aspirations other than to marry a man that could provide for you.
Mm, no, like my mother got married when she was 22. Um,
No, I'm saying like when I say aspirations, I mean that was really pushed and believed more back in the days when my grandma was coming up, and she bought into that idea of like, I'm gonna just marry me a good man and he gonna provide.
right.
And to this day, she's never really had a job. She didn't
That
need
was
to.
her. That was her choice, though.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like getting her perspective is,
yeah,
I already know is going to be different because for her, it worked out. Marriage is great for her.
right. So like, it seems like you went looking for you came to a conclusion and you went looking for an answer from somebody who would give you the conclusion that you were going for. You weren't really going for balance.
No, I was looking for more of a modern look, like women
Yeah.
of the latter generation, not of my nanas. Because again,
Okay.
back then when it was on paper and stuff like that, I can understand where the benefit would be to
Right.
lock it in like that. But in a modern age when women can be independent and have credit cards, bank accounts, businesses, all that stuff to provide.
Right. But
Mm.
also you can find a man that's willing to invest in you and help you
But
along.
you
And
but
it
you don't need a piece of paper for that, or at least not a marriage
well,
certificate.
well, the benefits of doing that are A, there are tax benefits. B, there are tax benefits if you're both making money.
Mm.
B, there are other protections if you want to have children with this person.
That you can't otherwise do. Like
Uh-huh.
you can't just write a will.
Mm-mm. The
Hmm.
thing about marriage is that a lot of these protections are automatic without you having to think about them one by one.
Ugh. But I don't plan on getting married or having kids, so it's not
Okay,
something I
and
have
that's
to think about too
right.
much. But it's like I like to try to hear from people who are living a life that I don't want to live and try to understand why they would want to,
Right, right,
if that makes sense. Like, because again, I don't want to discourage, and sometimes a lot of my questions, not a lot of people want to actually sit and consider, whether it's because they know the answer is counterintuitive to what they actually want, or they just don't want to think about it that deeply. I don't want to be like I'm being a negative Nancy. So it's
yeah,
like,
and like so it's for the automatic like legal protections, like A, tax benefits, B, automatic legal protections for if one of you is in the hospital sick, who makes decisions. If you have property, if you own property with this person, and also if you have kids together. If you don't plan on doing any of those things, then maybe not. But if you do, then maybe this is something to consider.
Mm-hmm. And then, regardless of what kind of money folks are making, I am an advocate for people getting a prenup.
Yeah, but like once again, like my mind has changed about this. If I were in my when I was in my 20s and like I was dating other men who also didn't have anything, then it's just kind of like, well, what are you planning to do? but like as I now, but as soon as I had like a little bit of money in my 401k, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I want all of that to be mine. Like,
But also, doesn't a prenup protect like your debt, or
what do you mean?
protect each other from each other's debt? Like if you come into the
Oh,
marriage
like
with
yeah, but also like in my 20s, I had no debt.
well, I'm in my 20.
I
Well,
had just
even
money and I had just money and no debt.
okay, yeah, okay. Well, I can see why you wouldn't consider that, but
Right.
I in my
But as
30s.
a as you get older and you accumulate like debt and or property and 401ks and other money that you want to protect, then well, yeah, because like the thing
Yeah,
is that there's going to be a predetermined agreement whether or not you get a prenup. With a prenup, you have control over. Without a prenup, it's just in whatever state you end up in. Whatever state you end up getting a divorce in is going to
yeah,
be the one to dictate how things are split up. So
yeah,
why
yeah,
not decide that from the beginning when
yeah,
you still love each other instead of at the end when it's possible, you know, that you could have an amicable split, but you also could hate each other now because now you've
yeah,
got been married to each other and you've got history and you've got on each
yeah,
other's nerves and you want to end this shit. And there's no fast way to do it. It's remarkable how fast and easy it is to get married in comparison to how arduous it can be to get
yeah,
divorced.
yeah. Months and shit. Yeah, no, and again,
Years.
yeah, and again, as far as the prenup is concerned, again, in your early 20s, when you're fresh faced and doe-eyed and all that shit, you ain't got no debt, you ain't got nothing but the life ahead of you. Yeah, I can see if like you and your partner are on equal standing, you don't have a prenup. But like older dude marrying a younger girl who ain't got no shit, but you got assets and stuff, yeah, sign the prenup. People in our 30s right now, we might have a little bit of something in our 401k, but for me, my concern is the debt that folks would have going into a marriage. Now, a lot of people, well, I can't say a lot, I'm thinking more so of like folks that I'm aware of, would rather remove their debt before getting married. But, you know, for whatever reason, if it's going to take longer for you to pay off the debt than is feasible for you to like get married and start having your kids, then I would think that having a prenup would at the very least keep each other's debt separate from you and what y'all accumulate as a whole. So if God forbid the marriage does fall through, at least now
You aren't
you aren't
taking on
also you're
somebody's
taking
saddle
on
with somebody else's debt.
exactly
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not taking
yeah.
on their additional debt.
Right,
You're just
right.
taking on the debt y'all accumulated together and whatever is left of the debt that you came in with. That is my concern for folks today who are getting married post their 20s and they got a little bit of shit but they got a whole lot of debt.
Right, right.
Especially too, you don't really know what all your partner might have in debt. Like they might tell you something, but
Well, that's why
is
you have
it
to have that conversation.
I know, but you can
Like,
have that conversation and they still not reveal what all they might have in debt.
yeah, a prenup and a lawyer gonna drag all that shit
Yeah.
out
So
to the light,
yeah,
where you guys be able to deal with it.
yeah.
It'll be fun.
It's like you just don't want to be blindsided. You
Yeah.
know, it's like you get married and then all of a sudden now you got the IRS coming at you because you own paper as the wife. And it's like, okay, well, your nigga owes $60,000 in debt and he done ran away. So it's on you now. Like the fuck? He said he didn't have no debt.
Well, I know ain't no man alive that's worth no $2 million.
Oh my god, that bitch from TikTok.
She's worse off than the Danish deception lady.
Mm, mm, mm,
And she
mm.
ain't get deceived. She did it to herself.
And she did, standing 10 toes deep in it
Yeah, yeah.
on a man that already cheated on you with
What
your
did
twin sister,
what
and is
did
probably
JD
the
Kitty
father of that
say?
kid.
What did JD Kitty say? She's still out here moving lawyerlessly.
Lawyerless girl.
This could have all like everybody gives lawyers shit, like, but everybody says all that shit until they need a fucking lawyer.
I'm
Cause
saying,
like a
better a lawyer that you hired than like a state appointed like public
she didn't
defender.
get a lawyer. She
I
didn't
know that's
get
what I'm
a
saying.
she didn't get
That's,
anybody. Anybody would have been done a better job than her. Like
yeah, because
this
they
was
studied the fucking law. Like a lawyer, at the very least, is going to like, depending on what you hired them for, they're gonna try to
a
keep you
lawyer
from.
has been to law school and has passed the bar.
They're going to, at the very least, depending on what your crime is, keep you from being killed. Because you could come to them with a case, and you are absolutely guilty, and they'll tell you like, all right, so the best we can do is try to keep you off death row and maybe get you life, and you have a better chance of getting life than being on the death row if you defend yourself, because you do not know how to present evidence. You don't know how to engage the jury. Like, if nothing else,
You can't pick it up by some books and some YouTube. You can't.
you can't not just watch it. You watching Law and Order and Forensic Files and think you know
that's
shit.
a television show. That is a television show. They do
And listen,
things for a dramatic effect. The writing like doesn't make sense in the real world. Like don't do that.
The only show that I'd say is worth watching is Forensic Files, and that's less about the court aspect and more about like how you can like leave evidence or get evidence and know what channels to go through. Cause there's been many of Forensic Files episodes of people who is like, oh, I saw an episode of Forensic Files, so I knew to like try to contact this type of investigator, or I knew to save this for evidence to give to the cops later. That's cool, because that's real science. You watch Law and Order.
This lady told on herself. She didn't. She didn't need to hide evidence. She was telling on herself.
She did. Like the stuff is live. It's on her TikTok reel. You don't even have to dig for it.
Provided evidence.
It's insane, and you fighting over this dude. It's sad. The pick me energy is insane.
You fighting over a dude who was so dumb he brought a gun to court.
Into the court, because apparently it was in his car, and he during recess went to get the gun. Why did you get the gun, sir? What did you need?
Why did you bring it into a court of law?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be one thing if it was like it's recess.
He's lucky to be alive.
Look, it's recess. No smoking in the courtroom. No smoking paraphernalia. You go out to the smoking area, you smoking or whatever, and you forget to put your lighter back in the car or something, and you're not allowed to have that in the courtroom. That's one thing. Why the fuck why would you touching the gun at all during recess? It don't make no sense. What did you need to touch the gun for?
It's a killing machine. Who in here did you want to kill?
They deserve each other. Have the life that you deserve.
And leave everybody else alone. We glad that y'all got together.
Right, because now you can leave all the decent people alone. Because
so that you're no longer polluting the dating pool with your bullshit.
Right. Her ex-husband seems to be living a better life. Not necessarily his best life. I don't know that man. But from what I'm seeing, he lost some weight. He ain't got her. And he's a model now. Like,
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he's a model. Isn't he's not necessarily like a Gucci model or anything, but like he's doing like runways and stuff like that. Apparently,
That's cute. That's
I
cute.
know. I'm saying like he looks like. I mean, to be a model is to have like a certain level of confidence anyway. So it's good to see that that seems to have grown in him because like in the few clips I saw of him with his wife that she would
Yeah,
force him in
because
the videos, he just seemed
oh
just
man.
just browbeaten and just downtrodden.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good for him. Wishing him the best and wishing his ex the life she deserves.
Yes. Well, she's still out here moving lawyerlessly, so it's
Well,
that's so dumb, especially with a draconian law that would have been easy. Would have been easy to get that case thrown out, and she could have kept the
easy.
money. And
Alienation of affection, bitch. That man been cheated on you. I ain't do nothing. I stepped into the hole that was already there. What are we talking about?
case closed, dude. You did not need.
Literally, all they had to do was just look at his fucking phone records and trail of baby mamas.
Like this man not monogamous. He not cheating on anybody because he's not really with anybody.
Right. Your Honor, there have been 2 other people prior to my client, prior to her stepping in. I moved to have this case dismissed. This is a waste of my and the court's time. Boom! I'm a better
Like,
lawyer.
all you do is get a lawyer to say that shit because they're gonna know how to say it.
I said it well. I could be a lawyer.
Yeah, you said it. You said it well. You did better than her. You
Hell
probably
yeah,
wouldn't
I
have
did.
got slapped with over like you probably wouldn't have gotten slapped with a $2 million.
First of all, I wouldn't be messing with my man, my friend's man in the first goddamn place.
Yeah.
Or any woman's man that I blatantly knew. That's the thing. It's one thing to get hemmed up and not know a nigga had a whole family. It's another to be going on brunch dates, double dating in this woman's house,
Because she was plotting.
playing with her kids.
She was plotting the whole time. She was plotting on that relationship the whole time. She wanted
Disgusting.
him
That is
the
disgusting.
whole
Why
time.
would you
And she
want?
still does, even though he slept with her sister and everybody else. It's just
Why would you want to be with a man who's a known cheater? They always think they gonna be the better one. He ain't gonna do it to me. Why wouldn't he?
I think she's so down bad she don't care if he do it to her as long as he don't leave her.
That is so sad. That is so disgusting. It hurts my soul to think that there are people, because I've actually been watching a lot of like Reddit stories, and I'm like, damn, may that love never find me. Like they be some just horrible people in relationships with like decent people. I'm not saying these people are like imperfect, but these are just decent people with darn near monsters. I'm like, girl, you that desperate not to be single?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Could it be me?
Well, do you know how to crochet?
I do not, unfortunately. My
Because I know like the woobles are very like
popular, yeah.
now. And I've been seeing lots of like advertisements for woobles.
Mhm.
But my hesitation to ever get a woobles kit is that they cost like $40-$45. Like
What?
like
Girl,
yes.
there
Like-
are like there are woobles you can get from Five Below.
That but okay, but then like okay, so I've seen their knit kits and their crochet kits at Five
Mhm.
Below, and I
Mhm.
was like, y'all can keep it because the
Okay. We gonna be bougie about our warbles?
because I like the yarn is so like look it looks scratchy, and also it's so gnarly and fuzzy that you can't see your stitches well. So like if I'm gonna do any work at all and come away with something that looks like a cat turd, then I'm just gonna I'm just gonna teach myself online with like a regular ass hook and some regular ass yarn and
That's
be
fair.
be fine. Yes.
That's
So
fair.
that's I got a little bit of Christmas money, so I took $25 and I went down to Michael's. And Michael's always has a sale. So like with my
Always. There
$25,
is no
I was
reason why you should
able
ever
to
pay
get.
full price at Michael's. They send me coupons like every week, like at least 30% off or something.
Yeah, I bought like two skeins of yarn. Look at how much yarn you get. Like
How much was
two
that? Like $2?
yeah, like each one of these was like $2 or $3. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so much. Um and then I also bought like a nice like ergonomic hook, and that was like $7. And then I also bought like some knitting needles because I was like, can I knit? I don't know. So like
You said I'm in my knitting era.
like I see other people knitting and it's just kind of like, what is that fun? Can I do that?
It's probably definitely one of those like turn your brain off kind of activities.
Yeah, that's how people describe it. They say like, and then also like I've recently come across some studies showing that it's good for like emotion regulation. And I was like,
Mm.
oh, okay. Because like when I'm working on stuff, I like to use the Pomodoro method. Are you familiar with this method
I'm
of
unfamiliar with anything that has to do with knitting or sewing or crocheting.
it's not knitting, sewing, or crocheting. It's just a productivity method. So like for people who struggle with focus, such
Mm-hmm.
as myself, the idea is that you're going to take whatever project you're working on and you're going to work on it like you're going to make a deliberate choice to focus and not get distracted, but only for like 25 minutes. And then you'll take like a 5 minute break. And
Mm.
you can make it longer to be like 50 minutes, but you shouldn't do that before you've mastered like the 25 minutes, then take a break. Now, if your
Mm.
break time comes and you're on a roll, obviously keep going. But if like you're really struggling with that 25 minutes, like this would happen to me all the time in grad school, like when I have to read something that I'm not into, but I need to read it and understand it for class, then yes, we're going to do 25 minutes on and then 5 minutes off. The problem with the Pomodoro method, if you're somebody who struggles with like procrastination and executive function, is that what you choose for that 5 minutes really fucking matters. Because if you choose something that is addictive, such as a game on your phone, which is designed to be addictive, it is very likely that you will go over that 5 minutes.
Mm.
But if you choose something that is like that's why you have to be careful as to like what you choose. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe like I could learn to knit and crochet a bit, and then that could be the thing that I do for like my 5 or 10 minute breaks when I'm using the Pomodoro method. And so yeah, I bought two skeins of yarn, some knitting needles, and and a hook instead of a Wobbles set, because a
Okay.
Wobbles set costs like $40-$45, especially the ones that I wanted because I wanted the Gudetama ones.
Mm.
Um, and Michael's is right there, always having a sale. Now, the first thing I crochet definitely does just look like a cat turd. Okay.
What was this supposed to be? Just getting the hang of the pattern?
This was just like, okay, so like make a chain and make some single crochets. So okay.
Okay. Okay.
But then I got like the double crochet, and
Okay.
then like so then I started making like squares. This is a very off center circle, but I've been using it as a coaster.
Circle.
Okay. And then I wanted to see like, can I knit? And the answer is yes. I knitted a couple of squares. And then knitting was difficult, so I went back to crocheting. Um and then some other like little crochet squares to get the hang of different types of stitches. And then I also knitted a bigger thing. I've been using this as a coaster too.
Just got coasters. There's coasters and doilies all over the house.
Yes, coasters and doilies. Um, And then my dad was in Walmart, and when I go to Walmart with my dad, he lets me get whatever I want as long as I don't get too crazy. So I just threw some. I decided like I wanted to that I was ready to like make something, but I wanted to choose like a beginner friendly project. So I chose a pot holder.
Yeah.
And the thing about pot holders is that I can't use the yarn that I bought because the yarn that I bought is acrylic, and acrylic
It'll
will
melt.
melt if
Mm-hmm.
you use it as a pot holder. So what is recommended is 100% cotton yarn, which they have at Walmart, but they come in these little tiny skeins. So like
Mm.
instead of like a big one, you get like this for $2. So
Hell no, $2. Come on, Walmart.
$2.
Y'all supposed to be affordable, and that is all y'all had.
This is what they have for 100% cotton. Like,
Mm.
remember, there's a difference in materials, and cotton is a more expensive material than
What's it like
the.
at? What about at Michael's though?
I'd have to go back to Michael's. See, like now I have a reason to go back to Michael's. Like my only reason the whole time I've
Yeah,
been here,
I'm about to
like there
look it
was a
up.
Michael's like right down the street, and the only thing I could ever think about using them for was for their little journals like this, which I
Yeah,
use as my bullet journal.
I'm usually buying frames for my art.
Oh yeah, dad also bought a whole bunch of frames for art. So, but
Oop, you can
like
see my penis. Let me just
yes, and like as
scoop
soon as
myself
Michael's
down.
moves away, I like what? Take up all his yarn shit. Great. Um and Joanne, like I walked into Joanne's and
Well,
couldn't.
they're being absorbed by Michael's.
Yeah, I know because of private equity,
Mm.
whatever. But um but yeah, just with that like little tiny skein of a ball of yarn, I'm almost done with my pot holder. See?
Aw, it looks like there's
Yeah.
holes in it, but I trust that it's.
It's just green. It's just the green screen.
Oh, okay, got you.
It's just the green
Getting
screen.
Man, that green screen is strong.
I know. Good, good, good. Yeah. It's just the green screen, but it's almost done.
That's
Um
good.
and it's been nice.
My cousin's girlfriend knits as well, and she knitted this giant chunky throw blanket for my grandma.
Oh.
That girl is a fucking saint. Like when I look at my cousins girlfriends, these are the women that I'm like, yeah, of course they're going to be married and have a man. Like they and this is like all compliments. This is no shade to them at all. Like I look at them, I'm like, they or the women that men I understand would fall for, and why I myself am not in the dating game because, but she can knit, she can cook. My other cousin's girlfriend, she can also cook. They're sweet, they're demure, they're cute. They're not pushovers, but their demeanor is still very, for lack of a better term, feminine. You know, it's like I get it, and it's without like it doesn't feel performative either. That's the thing, because there are some women that are just very performative with it, which is very annoying. But they're not. I'm like, my cousins better not fuck up because these are some good women. Again, the other cousin's girlfriend who can cook. Again, both of them can cook, but my one cousin's girlfriend is Ukrainian, and there's a stigma when it comes to like white folks and cooking. And like
I don't think it applies to the
Ukrainian Europeans,
Europeans.
I know, but not everybody always sees the European part. It's just like, oh, white woman, oh, she bringing food to a black Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, I was a bit concerned. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh boy, but she brought a key lime pie. I was like, I like key lime pie. So now you gotta come correct, sis. She came correct. I was like, God damn. She's a keeper. Oh my gosh, she put little blueberries on top. I'm like, I ain't never seen blueberries on the key lime pie. Oh my gosh, she put little garnishes on it. this is delicious. Yeah, she a keeper. But get her a green card or whatever she needs, because this is a good woman right here. It's a good woman. She's good for my cousin. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful when you can see a couple that like help each other grow. Not because they're trying to change that person, but because by virtue of being with that other person, they themselves want to do better. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight. I love seeing it at Christmas, even though I didn't look like it because I came in the door sick because my Lyft
Again?
driver. This
Were
is the
you
third
sick
year.
last
Yes,
time?
every year I'm sick. I'm either sick because I have cramps, or I'm sick because I have a cold, or I have both. This year I just had a cold again. And on top of that, I came in with car sickness because my Lyft driver drives like his other car is a stick shift or something, so it was very jerky for 30 minutes. It made me sick, and I just came in the door looking like death, and everybody was like in the living room like, "Hey, you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm car sick." And I'm already known as the Grinch of the family anyway. That is my tradition. The family always wants to wear matching pajamas. I think that shit is so corny, and not in the corny way that I usually. Look, I usually like corny, but the matching pajamas, I just cannot. So, but I will be on theme. So I am the Grinch every year, and usually in some like weird position in the family photo. But the way they had the camera set up, I couldn't do the position I was going to be. So it's very toned down this year. But that is my thing going forward. I'm always in my Grinch pajamas. But yeah, so I was sick for Christmas, and my attitude, of course, was not the holly jolly Christmassy spirit as you would want to have. And again, because I felt the cold coming on, I kind of like tried to keep to myself at like the far end of the couch. So I wasn't getting anybody else sick. So, and like as I had mentioned before, I also had that blow up with my aunt a few weeks back. So I was also things are still pretty tense because it's like. Because like my attitude was not like very happy, and I already was like on edge. I was like, "Great, I'm not going to be in a good mood."
You should make her a pot holder.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but like, I was already like, "Yeah, my attitude is already not the best," so she probably going to feel a way about it. But it's like I'm not going to hide if I'm not feeling good. I don't feel good. God damn it. I like being around my family, but it's like, just let me just be that thing in the corner that's just absorbing the good vibes. I just want to absorb the good vibes. Ignore me. Do not perceive me. My brother doesn't mind too much. My youngest brother is here. I saw him for a couple days. He doesn't mind my dour attitude. He gets I brighten up a little bit when it comes to my baby brother. So, so that was my Christmas. How was your Christmas?
Well, I got the money I was asking for.
Hey, you said I like a loan of $2 million, please.
I was like,
not even a loan, just give me $2 million.
Yeah. It was great. I got money, which I was happy about.
Like, I got money. Me too.
And I got some clothes, which I needed. So
same. These are the gifts of adults.
Money and clothes. And then as a bonus, Dad bought me those skeins of yarn, and I was able to make my first pot holder, which is almost done. It's 85% done. But yeah, and also when I started making those like weird little squares and stuff, I remembered something that I had forgotten, which is that I already knew how to crochet.
It's like riding a bike.
So a friend's mom taught me when I was like 9, and then I was like, I wonder what other memories I've blocked out. Like, what
hey, you unlocked it.
What else can I do that I don't I don't know about. Yeah, it was weird because I was in my room and I was like just getting started and mom was like trying to look in here. So like she
Mhm.
um so there's no lock on the door, but I have like a whole bunch of stuff piled up in front of the door. So she just like pushes it so she could peek inside. And she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm not doing anything." She was like, "I can see you." And I was like, "Then why are you asking?" And she was like, "But I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing with a yarn instead of crocheting?" She said, "You know how to crochet?" And I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "Who taught you that?" I said,
Like, I don't
"Mary."
know. Oh,
I
Mary.
said, well, I said Mary. She knows who that is. That's her friend now. She's like, Mary taught you how to crochet. And I was
Like,
like, yeah,
when? Like,
like 1989. Jeez, like I don't.
it's too cute. I got
Yeah, and then Dad was making fun of me. He was like, "You ain't gonna do nothing with those balls of yarn. You ain't gonna do nothing." And then I like showed him because like this is the perfect like Pomodoro technique project because you can pick it up and put it down really
Yeah.
easily. And
And you're making
and he
practical
he was
stuff.
like, "Damn!" He was like, "You know how to crochet? Okay, girl, never mind. You
You're
bad."
making practical stuff. You got your pot holders. You can like make some scarves.
Yeah, well, I like I was never interested in crochet because the person who taught me how to crochet only showed me blankets and
Mm,
I was like uh I don't know what I would do with like this many blankets forever.
I love blankets.
So
You can
I
never
don't
have
know.
too many
But
blankets.
like the knitting and crocheting people from YouTube ended up in my algorithm because I watched like a science show and the
Hmm.
science show did a knitting episode and he messed it all up. And then all of these knitting and sewing people, these knitting and crocheting people came out of the woodwork to tell him
Mm.
everything that he did wrong and how
Oh,
sexist it was.
oh,
And he ended up taking it down.
damn.
But then, like, I got interested in what the knitting and crocheting people were saying and then seeing what they do. And it's like, oh, yeah, I guess there are other things you can do with crochet besides make a bunch of blankets.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
you can, yeah. And I did not know that. And then, like, seeing what other people make, I was just kind of like, oh, well, that seems useful. That seems practical.
I've seen
Oh,
people make like hats and
there's different types of yarn that you can use besides acrylic. I didn't know that, and that would change the way that it drapes and everything.
Yeah, I've seen like
Yeah.
some really elaborate like crochet ball gowns and stuff, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like,
It like, and now all of that is in my feed, and it's just
yeah,
kind of like, oh,
that's very
okay.
cool.
And then like knitting looked cool too because people use like there's a difference between crocheting and knitting, which I'm sure you already know, but a lot of people
Hmm.
don't.
It's like the technique, right?
Well, you use all different tools and you get different outcomes. So, like with
Mm-hmm.
crocheting, you use a hook. With knitting, you use needles, and there's different types of needles that you can use. But the outcome is that things that are crocheted tend to be a bit like floppy.
Mm-hmm.
But with knitting, you can get a hug closer to the body, and it's
Mm-hmm.
easier
Hmm.
to do that with
Okay.
knitting. Um, So that's why I think it would be cool to learn both. Also, with crocheting, you use up a lot of yarn just because of like the technique.
Yeah.
And like people who knit tend to, so like crocheters tend to use like all different types of yarn depending on what they are um depending on what they're making, but
Mm-hmm.
knitters tend to go for like use cheap yarn to like learn a technique or a stitch, and then they
Mm-hmm.
go buy like the best type of yarn that they can get because they very often are like wearing it close to the body.
Mm.
um so yeah, that's what I've been on. Oh, Mike, what's felting? Mike said he started felting.
Oh. Oh. I think I
What's
have an idea of what felting is. And that is felting with a T, not
Yeah,
felching. That is
no,
something
it's a
completely
felting.
that's completely different. I'm just saying I want the listeners to hear. We are talking felting.
Oh, wool and needles. Ooh.
Yeah, I want to say that like I'm vaguely familiar with it. Like I feel like it was a craft I used to do when I was like in
Mike, you
kindergarten.
missed me showing all of my weird squares of fabric.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
okay.
my cat turds that I made with my initial attempts
Yeah,
to knit and crochet.
if you Google it, Fatima, it's like you have like a ball of yarn and you have like a needle and you're just kind of like stabbing it into shape. So this is not the felting I'm thinking of when I was a kid. This is
Oh, that is cool.
Gotta be careful with them fingers.
Yeah, but this is for people who already know how to draw, so that you could make something that looks like something.
Well, given Mike's
Oh yes,
level
Mike,
of art,
my cat turds.
Mike's art as felting would be wild.
Yeah, he could probably really do some damage with some felting.
I want to see felting by Mike. That's gonna be.
See, look, Mike, here's a square that I knitted, but you can't see it because of green screen. And here's my cat turd that I made with crochet. Everything's all weird because it took a little while for me to understand the concept of tension. Yes, and then I've got other weird squares and swatches, but apparently I've surprised people. But
I don't know why people. I still don't know why your family is so surprised that you can do shit. Like it's hello. Did y'all forget my name is Dr. Fatima? Just because
this
I'm back.
Not what I got my doctorate in.
I don't care. But the fact that you got a doctorate at all shows the dedication that you have to a learning and a craft.
Yeah, when I fall down a weird rabbit hole, it gets
right. I'm surprised you ain't writing your own weird erotica at this point. Like you didn't fall deep enough in that hole to be like, I could do this. I'm gonna write a weird erotica about wool and crochet.
I'm gonna forget about it and then come back to it in like 30 years. I did crocheting because somebody had already taught me how to crochet.
I can write erotica. That'd be crazy.
And then release that out into the public. That'll be nice.
Right. Oh my god. I saw this one Reddit post. This woman was dating this guy for like not even a full year. And she had been vague about like what her job was. She's like, oh, I work from home. I'm a writer. And then she like, I don't know how it came out, but she told him like, oh, I write like erotic novels. And he was like, oh, well, I couldn't find any of your books when I Googled your name. She's like, I write under a pen name. And he's like, what is it? She's like, I don't want to tell you in case it accidentally gets out. Like, nobody knows my pen name. You know, again, this nigga, she's been dating a short amount of time. Her friends don't know her pen name. Her family probably don't know her pen name. But this dude, he was the one that had wrote the Reddit. He said he demanded she tell him her pen name. She was like, no. It's like, because if she don't trust me. So I went on her laptop, but she changed the password to her laptop. It's like, so you mad that she won't tell you her pen name because you think she don't trust you, and you turn around and you try to hack into her computer. She has a right not to trust.
My pen name is J.D. Salinger. My pen name is George R.R. Martin.
He's so adamant to know what her pen name was. And it's like, that's none of your business. Especially as a dude I just started dating. And you demanding shit of me? Absolutely not. Talking about, oh, well, tell me about the kinks that you write about. We can play that stuff out. She's like,
no. I don't want to fuck a door.
right. Like, cause okay, so like one, that was clearly him trying to be slick to try to figure out like, okay, she writes about this kind of erotica, so I can use that to try to figure out which books are hers. But then also she's like, I don't want to enact the stuff I write about. I write what my readers want to read. Which is interesting because
I think things are about to get real bad with what did Disney allowed some AI company to like use
yes,
their yes at the
yeah,
same time that they're also being like, oh, we're gonna make a bot that writes erotica.
Disney, Disney wants
No,
oh the
Disney isn't,
program.
but OpenAI is. But so like if you're giving these AI companies access to these characters, we're about to see some weird
They'll
shit
probably give them some
on the
parameters,
internet.
like you can't write them in certain situations or some shit, but they'll break those guardrails.
Yeah,
That
yeah. It's about
always
to get
does.
nasty. Things are about to get weird. Er. Mm.
But yeah, but like I can't remember if it was the same Reddit post and like a commenter had mentioned it, but they were just saying how like at least when it comes to a lot of women, the erotica that they read, the fantasy stuff, is not stuff that they necessarily want to enact in real life. They just like to read
Oh
about it.
hell no.
They just like to
No.
observe it. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, because like I love me a mafia yakuza like romance kind of thing. Do I want to be with a yakuza mafia nigga? Absolutely not.
No, keep all that violence away
Absolutely
from
not.
me.
But do I like to read and watch it? Yes, I love the aesthetic. Keep that shit away from me.
Oh wait, I do have one more Christmas present that I want to tell everybody about. I got because Dad is always trying to keep me safe. He got me another stun gun and some more pepper spray. Pepper spray that has like UV staining or whatever. So like not only do you like blind them, but also like it marks them with like UV stuff. So like you can say like, yes, it's that guy over there that's like weeping and discolored.
Okay.
And has been shocked. And
yeah, the guy put you on the ground crying. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've tested it out, and it works. It all works.
What did you test it on?
I just like turned the stun gun on and pressed the little button, and it made a very loud like yeah, it works.
Wow. All right. I thought you had a victim already.
Oh no, I did that, and then I heard Trevor say, "Don't tase me, sis." Like,
don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Honestly, I'm surprised my family hasn't sent me any pepper spray or taser guns. As much as they be like, "Oh, be careful, keep your head on a swivel. You live in Chicago." Okay. Y'all want to send me no weapons?
Yes, Dad just always gives me weapons. And then for himself, he wanted a big black block of wood to throw knives at. And I got it for him. Family. And he's already like, and it's nearly torn up already. He's been enjoying it. And he's been hitting like all over the bullseye. So it's about to split apart. And then he was throwing knives in his room yesterday. So that scared Trevor too.
Trevor about to move out. It's like my sister got like 5 stun guns, two pepper sprays. My dad is throwing knives in the house. Mom probably got a samurai sword. Like
she has my first taser because it was so powerful that I would have needed to get a permit before I brought it to Illinois.
And what does Trevor have? Nunchucks?
He's a man.
Okay. A man can't have nunchucks. Brass knuckles then. Something.
Oh, well, we used to have nunchucks. They might still be in the basement, but like those weren't Trevor's, those were Dad's. Listen, because Dad also
like every other black family has a pair of nunchucks, because my stepdad also had nunchucks.
Well, my dad took karate and taekwondo when he was in college. And he also gave me some taekwondo lessons, and so I took it too.
Get Trevor some knuckle dusters for his birthday.
Oh, also Trevor was like a double black belt at some point. Like
he's
Trevor,
a double black boy.
No, he's a double black belt. That's what it is.
Goddamn.
Because he took several years of Taekwondo and just moved up the ranks.
Okay, so
And
what
he
you're
didn't stop
saying
until
is
college.
don't fuck with your family. Do not come
No.
up in that house because you will get shot with a stun gun that needs a permit, or one that has UV rays.
You'll get a knife thrown
you'll
at
get a
you.
knife thrown at you, and the double black belted black boy is going to karate chop you in your neck where the knife is, and just drive it in deeper.
Yeah.
And then bury you in the back garden so you can be fertilizer for all the plants they growing back there.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna put you into the pie that Dr. Fatima's gonna cook. That could be a whole book for real. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Write it down, Dr. Fatima. The family that kills and bakes stays together.
Yes. So yeah, that was Christmas. We had fun. Oh, I made a carrot cake this time.
Ooh.
And I put a little bit of the spice cake in there. So did I tell you last time about what's happening with cake mixes?
Like in general or at your house?
Yes, in general, in America. Okay, so
Okay.
cake mixes in the 90s used to be 18 and a half ounces.
Okay.
And now some of them are like 13 ounces.
Is that a bad thing? Is it like the same cost?
It's the same cost.
Oh, you know.
Maybe even more.
No.
But they're missing 5 ounces. So if you want to,
the shrinkflation is egregious.
So what I've been doing every time I bake a cake now is just buy 2 cake mixes, and then I measure out to 18 and a half ounces, and then I use my grandmother's recipe because she did write down like the recipe. I know. Just shrinking the cakes, and we're wondering why. Like
my got recipe me not working the same no more.
They only got me one time with that, where it's just kind of like, what the hell happened to my cake? Why is it small and dry? Because I've overcooked it, because I'm used to cooking it for the same amount of time that I was cooking a cake that had more ounces. And that was when they dropped it from 18 to 15 ounces. That's when I was like, what the hell has happened here? And now they've dropped it further to 13 ounces.
I've actually noticed that also with my frozen dinners. So like the Stouffer's,
are they giving you less of a frozen dinner?
I think so. So like my go-to is the Stouffer's rice bake. And it used to be you cooked it for an hour, ventilated, and then 30 minutes with the film off. Now it's just an hour vented and only 15 minutes with the film off. And I didn't catch on for a minute because, like I said, I've been cooking this for years at this point, and I just always would just put it in. But like after a while, I noticed like, okay, this feels like almost overcooked. Am I not doing this right? And I looked at the box, and yeah, I was overcooking it by like 15 minutes for a while. And then on top of that, the stores don't even be keeping them in stock like that. So I don't know if they starting to like phase them out or what. But like, yeah, it's the changes are rampant across the board, and you gotta stay on your toes because it's like it's egregious. It's egregious.
Yeah, they're messing stuff up, and with no end in sight.
Nope.
Okay,
because no one's calling it out.
Well, people are calling it out. It's just like we have so many corporations that are like have monopolies, like have a stranglehold on their entire industry that is just kind of like, what you gonna do?
Right. It's like everything is either Nestle or Johnson and Johnson.
Actually, honestly, there's 10. There's like 10 companies that like make up like 90% of the food in the grocery store.
Everything's a goddamn monopoly.
Yeah. Okay, just real quickly before I go, did you see Nicki Minaj?
I refuse.
On stage at Turning Point USA.
I refuse to watch more than like a few seconds of the clips that I saw circulating, it felt so fake and rehearsed. It was so
Have you
stupid.
ever seen the interview with like Seth Rogen and James Franco?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, so like when I see it, it is so weird because Nikki is talking slower than I've ever seen her talk. Like I get that
Yes.
she's a rapper, but she can like when she's in an interview, she can speak at a normal pace.
Yeah, no, that was
And
like I'm trying to read off the teleprompter, and this is some bullshit.
she's like trying so hard not to say the wrong thing, and then she says the wrong thing anyway.
Oh, what was the wrong? What when she called JD Vance an assassin?
And yeah, to Erica Kirk, which is the wrong thing to say because your husband just got assassinated.
Oh,
And there are rumors that you're trying to be the next Mrs. JD Vance.
oh yeah. Everybody's been telling that Indian woman, run, girl.
Yeah, well, she ain't gonna listen, but whatever.
No, that like they're telling her like we know she ain't gonna listen. But it's like, girl, you about to find yourself in an accident too.
Right, right.
Oh no, how sad. His brown wife and kids are gone. But hey, look at this single Aryan woman whose husband is also gone.
Together.
And she's got white children.
You
Match made in heaven.
Yeah, and you could have more kids.
Also, the orange in office looking a little weary there. We gonna need to transition him out soon. What better than this younger-ish white couple with their young kids to take the position?
Yeah.
This so annoying. This country is
just seeing Nicki Minaj, and she also that's wrong. That's a wrong thing to say. And Erica Kirk trying to like give her a minute to like gather her thoughts and not say anything else that is crazy, or weird, or that would obviously be a sensitive point for her, and this was all part of what she was saying when she called the president handsome and dashing, and I was like, ew. His own followers don't say that.
His own wife. His own wife don't say that. His own wife be wearing the widest of brim hats just so he don't kiss her.
What that's the equivalent of, you know how people say like blink twice if you need help. I think like she was trying to give a signal like help.
Nah, that bitch don't want help. She's right where she want to be. She's trying to get a party.
I don't think so. She's doing it wrong. But like the audience doesn't seem, they cheer for anything. So like so it's like it doesn't even matter. It was weird. It reminded me of the interview where you had that American reporter going to North Korea, but everything was like weird and fake and staged.
Even their party themselves at that convention was like infighting on stage. What in the world? Y'all, this is supposed to be like y'all's like rah we the best type convention of unilaterally. I don't even know what words I'm using. We supposed to be on the same page, essentially. And y'all look a hot mess. Even more of a hot mess than y'all already look in the public eye. Because I've seen who was that Vanity Fair that did the photos of the administration.
Yeah, they hated them.
I'm like, none of y'all has somebody on set to be like, hey, let's try to censor you here, or hey, can I look at this picture? I can't even get a
Vance. How about you lick your lips? You got crumbs. You got crumbs
on
your lips.
Maybe don't use the picture of my injection spots on my lips. Like one.
Could you back up a bit?
Nobody said, "Hey, can I see the pictures?"
And then they take a picture of Rubo Marco. What's his name? Marco Rubio, looking down at his shoes. looking all little.
Who was the bald dude? The bald dude was the only one who had like a menacing picture that I feel like he could look at and be like, yeah, this my
Yeah,
mate.
but look at his gut. Like his gut's hanging out.
No,
like,
not the gut one. It was like more of a profile. I think he had
yeah.
that one was menacing. And I can see him being okay with that one. Like, yeah, I look like I'm that nigga. Yeah, I'm a villain. But everybody else looked nasty. The shadows were bad. People were like mid sneeze or something. It was like, yeah, that man's not gonna be invited back. Because everyone's sort of like, oh my god, he takes bad pictures, and then you see his portfolio, and it's like,
no,
nah,
he did this on purpose.
He can take a telling and
he takes
flattering
perfect pictures. He was telling a story about how these people suck.
Everything was just slightly off center, which is generous to say about this administration, because nothing is slightly off center about this administration. It is all topsy turvy and knocked over. But like the office looked ugly. He got pictures that ain't even in frames.
Shit, some of the quotes that they got in there about this bitch talking about like she know how to work with Trump because he reminds her of her alcoholic uncle. Like,
this man's got gold plaques on the walls under all the other former presidents and it's just his random ass ramblings about his opinions of them. Sir, he put his name on the Kennedy Center.
All that gold-plated Home Depot shit.
He put his name on the Kennedy Center. The Donald Trump and Kennedy. What? What? How do you? No.
He's just used to sticking his name on everything. He's like
really
pissing on it like a dog. Yeah.
That shit was so stupid. I cannot wait for them to scrape that shit off because what? The Donald Trump and JFK. Like nobody was gonna notice. He didn't have like a ribbon cutting for it, which I'm surprised he didn't make like a whole big reveal party about, hey, look at this. It's mine now because I put my name on it. How many more years we got?
I think, we got like, are we even 1 year in yet?
I think it's just been a year. Has it only been a year?
No, because we haven't hit January. He didn't take office until January.
Oh my god!
So we're almost there. We're almost to a year.
How many? How long is this term again? 3, 4?
4 years.
Oh my
4
Jesus
years.
Christ! I can't
years.
believe it's only been a year. It's been a long ass year, but this has also been the last show of the year.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
at least I don't know.
You know, going into 2026.
Yeah.
Wishing you well and health for everybody watching. I don't know how many people watching. I can't see the count no more, but anybody who might go back and watch this later.
Yes.
Have the 2026 you deserve.
No.
Nah, I mean that because you are in charge of how good or how bad your year is going to be. You gotta want it for yourself. If you want an excellent one, then me saying you having a good one is downtrodden on your expectations. So you have the 2026 you deserve.
Okay.
Okay. Fatima don't want that for you. Dr. Fatima don't want that for you, but I want that for you.
Yeah. I don't want Nicki Minaj to have the 2026 she deserves. I want
the way her brain works. Look. Yeah. She gets in her own way. That's the thing. She gets in her own way.
I see the
2026
traumatized soul.
The 2026 she thinks she deserves. She's enacting because she gets in her own way.
you trying to do this thing, but you're not even, which is real shady and fucked up, but you're not even doing it right. Like you're trying hard, but it's not going
Like
well.
the year that she thinks she deserves, she is doing it by her own means. If you move in good faith, you will get the 2026 you deserve. That's all I'm saying. Move correctly. I'm trying to move correctly.
Or else.
Or else, and it's gonna be your fault, not mine. You. And with that, I have been Ash.
And I've been Fatima.
And this has been Fatash.
Bye.
Bye.